U.S. Route 301, also known as Highway 301, is a 1,058-mile long stretch of antiquated asphalt down the eastern seaboard from Glasgow, Delaware, to Sarasota, Florida, that was once a main thoroughfare during the early to mid-20th century. Highway 301 originated in 1932 as a three-state stretch of asphalt that ran from Virginia to South Carolina and, as time progressed, little by little expanded further south and north through expanse of farmland and small communities. With that, locally owned, themed motels appeared. Their grandiose signage with imaginative names like The Paradise, Dreamland, South of the Border functioned as kitschy neon beacons directing road-weary motorists to an air-conditioned room and comfortable bed for the night. Gas stations dotted along the highway every 20 miles or so provided the golden liquid needed to sustain the movement of automobiles and transport vehicles. The advent of our great American automobile culture had arrived. Highway 301 facilitated more time-efficient travel for vacationing families in the north seeking respite in the tropical Floridian climate, as well as southern motorists traveling to a northern destination. Sometimes, a family would coast their Mercury station wagon into the welcoming entrance of an inn and stay for several days, enjoying the on-site restaurant and pool before resuming travel to their destination. During the 1960s, Highway 301 saw a major increase in the frequency of travelers, making the highway accident-prone and congested to a point where a larger, multi-lane superhighway became a necessity, thus ushering in what is now I-95. By the 1970s, the flow of traffic had been redirected to the main artery of I-95, leaving Highway 301 to atrophy into the present. What was once 1,000 miles of optimism and neon-lit scenery is now a ghost of itself. Its motels are either crumbling shells of peeling paint or refurbished homes to new inhabitants with mysterious pasts. The service stations have long since ceased operations. Those that remain are few in number. Old sections of the highway are now lost highways, and the contrast between traveling down Highway 301 to the bustling activity of small towns that are along the route are day and night. There are still reminders of the old world peppered along, but sadly, the abandonments are now the common denominator, whose graffiti-covered walls and effects left behind by humans have long since left, tell many stories of the arcane and the macabre. The rooms of old world innocence over the years have been replaced by drifters, junkies, and the curious, but only temporarily. Mother Nature has started her eviction process. Trees and plant life stand tall and regal, defiant to the man-made materials covering their turf, while fauna seek out shelter in dilapidated structures. This juxtaposition of nature and man's decay lends itself to a unique aesthetic. Within the ghost of Highway 301 remains a small, flickering flame of self-preservation. Presently, there is a niche of new and veteran travelers who prefer the scenic stretches of farmland, wilderness, and the existentialistic beauty of decay, who can completely bypass the visual pollution of commercialization, buy an ice-cold Coke in a bottle, turn up the radio, and revel within the architecture of time.